What is up, guys? Name is Ray and welcome to another Genshin Impact video. So in today's video we're going to take a look at, as you can see on the screen already, on Frolicking Flames Yoimiya, and yeah, we want to do our first impressions to this character. I think it's pretty cool. So if you look in, they are showing you the test run now and you just can click on it directly. This is the first time that I'm logging in. Yoimiya is already out in Asia. For American and for European servers, you still gotta wait a couple of hours. I guess for European servers it should be like around 7 hours, and for American servers it should be like 12 13 hours by the time the video goes live. It's just around about that. And yeah, we also can test Mujina Ninja. Oh, she's called Oh no, she is called Sayu. Yeah, Sayu is also out. And yeah, before we hop into today's test run, I'm going to do a summon video as soon as Yoimiya is out on European servers with my boy Chopper, and I will do exactly one multi-summon on that banner. And if I'm going to hit Sayu, then I will probably make one more video referring to Sayu. Else, the only content that you're going to see for those two characters are pretty much the first impression videos. Alright, so let's hop in and try Yoimiya out right away. Okay, let's take a quick look at what they gave her. So she's level 80. These are basically the stats. Let's take a quick look at the other stats. We have crit rate, crit damage, 135 energy recharge, but energy recharge doesn't really matter in the test run because you have increased energy gain, particle gain, 46.6 pyro damage bonus. So that means that she shouldn't have a goblet. Of course, the new weapon, Thundering Pulse. This weapon is really insane. So it increases the attack by 20% and grants the might of the Thundering Emblem at stacks level 1, 2, 3. The Thunder Emblem increases normal attack damage by 12, 24, and 40%, so up to 40%. The character will obtain one stack of Thunder from the emblem in each of the following scenarios. Normal attack deals stack lasts 5 seconds, casting elemental skills stack lasts 10 seconds, and energy is less than 100%. Stack disappears when energy is full. Each stack's duration is calculated independently. So I don't want to take 2 block, or want to use the weapon as optimal as I can, because it would take a little bit longer to do so. We want to concentrate more on the character in itself. Oh, they give her the new Shimenawa's Reminiscence set. So we have 80% attack, and when we cast an elemental skill, if the character has 15 or more energy, she would lose 15 energy, and her normal plunging attack, charged attacks, will deal 50% more damage for about 10 seconds. Or for exactly 10 seconds. So I don't want to go over the constellations in this video, because I think constellations are not too important for most of my viewers, at least for 5-star characters. And that leads me to her talents. So I think I got over her talents a couple of days ago, so it's more about the numbers that we want to see. She has 5-hit combo with a double hit on first and on fourth hit, and a fully aimed charged intro with 198% multiplier, which is, I guess, pretty good. We have Kindling Arrow, who additionally deals 26%, so that should go together. Then we have her E ability, which infuses her auto attacks into pyro damage. During this time, normal firework flare up will not generate Kindling Arrows at charge level 2. So very important, if you are in your E ability, you are not able to generate these. And this has a duration of 10 seconds. We didn't saw this one in the reveal, but we were able to see the abilities already when you played her story quest earlier. So I think nothing here is really new, but I just want to go over it so we try to understand the character with our first impressions. I honestly also have to add here that I didn't got into the topic of Genshin Impact very deeply during the last days due to my exams for the university, but I'm trying to get back as Raiden Shogun is coming into the game, and yeah, provide you of course with some more quality content, with content that is more deeply invested into the certain character. But yeah, honestly, Yoimiya won't be such a part of it. But let's still continue. Blazing arrow damage. So if we use her E, we still get 155.8% on our normal attacks in form of pyro damage. It lasts for 10 seconds and it has a cooldown of 18 seconds, so 8 seconds off, which is, I think, like still okay. It's not a short cooldown, so you will always have to wait at least 8 seconds after the duration of this E ability. Now, also we have that kind of strange elemental burst. All normally charged punching attacks, elemental skills, and elemental burst by any party member other than Yoimiya that hit an opponent marked by Aura's Blaze will trigger an explosion dealing AoE power damage. So this one only triggers for characters that are not Yoimiya, so only for our party members. Then it has a skill damage of 204%. I think at level 8 that's, I think, kind of low. But the Aura's Blaze explosion damage is 195, which is kind of high. The duration is also 10 seconds, and the cooldown is 15 seconds with an energy cost of 60. So we have 5 seconds off of the elemental burst and 8 seconds off of the elemental skill. Next up is the passive talents. During Nawabi Fire Dance, which is her E, shots from Yoimiya's normal attack will increase pyro damage by 2% on hit. This effect lasts for 3 seconds and can have a maximum of 10 stacks. This one's really strong. So with each attack you're performing during your E ability, you can stack up your pyro damage by 2%. So I feel like it's still kind of strange. I do not really know what Yoimiya is. Is she a supporter? Is she a main DPS character? We have using Ryokyun's Saxifrash, which is her elemental best, causes nearby party members, not including Yoimiya, to gain a 10% attack increase for 15 seconds. Additionally, a third attack bonus will be added on based on the number of tricks of the Troublemaker. What is the tricks of the Troublemaker stacks Yoimiya possesses when using Ryokyun's Saxifrash? Each stack increases this attack. Oh, alright, so the more stacks of this you have, the higher the attack buff gets after using your elemental burst. Oh, this one seems really interesting for me, because now I kind of could see Yoimiya with different eyes. So she is the main DPS as long as you do not have your elemental burst, and as soon as she is your elemental, as soon as she has her elemental burst, you use it to swap back into your actual main DPS. I think that's like kind of the strategy that we want to looking at. Blazing Match, I think this is just something. When Yoimiya crafts decoration, ornament, and landscape type furnishings, she has a 100% chance to refund a portion of the materials used. Pretty good for the teapot. But I feel like these two passive talents are really good. But I do not know if it is very practical. So let's assume she is a supporter. If it is very practical to use E, do like at least 10 auto attacks, so you have the maximum stacks of these. Oh, this effect also only lasts for 3 seconds. So I think in 3 seconds you cannot build 10 stacks. So maybe like, let's say 3 to 5 stacks, which is more realistically. So you want to build up 3 to 5 stacks. So you get this times 3, which is 6% till 10%. So you want to get a 6 to 10% pyro damage bonus. Go into your elemental burst. And you gain 10% attack increase. Okay, and additionally, 10% will be added on based on the number of stacks. So let's say, what did I say? 3 to 5 stacks. So each stack increases the attack bonus by 1%. Okay, I think that's not too huge. So if we add up like 3 to 5% attack, it doesn't, or it shouldn't make a too big difference. It should make a difference, but I think that it is not that impactful. So yeah, just on paper, it doesn't seem like too huge for me. Maybe we just want to do one run to test everything out. So let's see how smooth she feels. So she's dealing quite a lot of damage. Let's see, charged auto attack. All right. Oh, these were also already the 8 seconds. We go into elemental burst. Let's see what she's doing if we auto attack. So we still can continue, of course, the auto attack, but we cannot really use the elemental burst effectively. So let's try to use elemental burst again and swap to no L. Oh, here is the guy with the aura. So maybe we want to take a first look at this, okay? So we want to take a look at the kindling arrow damage and see. So yeah, now we can see like the kindling arrows. Oh, so they do not deal a lot of damage. So I really want to see them to crit. Okay, so I do not think that they are that impactful. So it's not even close to be compared to the Frostlag arrow level number 2 from Ganyu. Alright, so let's keep some distance, do that all again. So on crit, if I'm not wrong, it was like 1000 damage, which is like literally nothing. So on crit, this just deals 1000 damage, and the charge attack itself deals 8000. Okay, let's see. This should be on melt. Okay, I didn't hit that because I suck at aiming. That was 20,000 with melt. Okay, so but with melt, we're not talking about with melt. We actually want to see the raw damage, and it doesn't crit too off because she only has like 40% crit rate on that test run. Okay, let's do that again. The thing is now, I cannot say if it actually deals... No, it should be like 350 already. Only. Let's attack this guy. It's 1100. Was that with melt? If not, anyway. So, it doesn't really matter if it deals 350 or 1000. It will deal less damage. So, I do not think that charged auto attack is the way to go with her. Even she has that included in her passive, but I feel like that is very weak. So not saying that the character is weak, but that this part of her kit I feel like is weak. And what I really like about this is that she actually plays like a bow user, because currently in the game we do not really have a bow user that really plays like a bow user, so that you want to actually auto attack with. So usually what you want to do now... Okay, so we do not have a healer, but I guess I just built like 3 stacks. Now let's use Noel. Also, the elemental burst doesn't deal a lot of damage. Okay guys, so let's do one more run where we want to try to maximize the damage potential with everything that I could see from reading her for the first time. So with it, I actually wanted to say that, I actually just said that I don't want to include the passive of this weapon, but I think we should include the passive of the weapon, because otherwise we are not really seeing max damage potential. Now, so we get the 20%, I think flat, yes, so we just get 20% right off the bat, and with these stacks, I think we should get them naturally by just doing 3 auto attacks into her E abilities, because normal attack stacks last 5 seconds, and elemental skill stacks last 10 seconds. So we just can do elemental skill and then normal attack, and they should last for 10 seconds. This one should last for 5 seconds, but we can just refresh it with every time we do auto attack, and energy is less than 100%. We also will maintain these stats, and as long as we do not have our ultimate, these are the damage numbers that are the highest. Other than that, with this one, when casting elemental skill, if the character has 15 or more energy, they lose 15 energy, and normal charge. Okay, so this one will also increase our... So as soon as we get into the run, we use our E ability and auto attack, and that should be the point where we have the highest damage numbers with our normal attacks. So let's just try and take a quick look at this again, okay? So we use this, and this should be like the highest numbers that we can see right now. On melt, of course, numbers are higher. I think it would be nicer if they can show us... Okay, let's do this again. So I don't know. Either I'm doing something completely wrong here, and if I'm doing something completely wrong, let me know how you would play Yoimiya. But I'm not. I'm actually not really impressed by this character. I don't want to. I think it's too early to judge the character that the character is really bad or something. But because it could still be that I'm not figuring something out here, and what I can tell about the character is it feels very smooth, and the damage numbers are like still okay, but we have the assumption that we use this weapon. How would damage numbers look like if we cannot use this weapon? And how does she really plays like? Because you cannot use elemental burst, because after you use elemental burst you want to swap into another character, but you want to stay on the field with her as long as you do not have your elemental burst. And these are like the things that kind of confuse me, that makes me harder to analyze that character. But yeah, hope that wasn't too confusing, me testing Yoimiya and my first impressions. Hope you guys enjoy. So I will post a one with Sayu later on today. And yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and I see you guys next time. Bye.